morning, job seekers, and welcome to Lucas County Jobs in the 419. And we have a little bit of a lineup here today. So we're going to do something a little non-traditional. Normally we showcase our hot job tip, and then we have a presentation of different jobs that we offer you. But today we have a couple interviews that we're going to be providing you with. So I wanted to follow up on what we discussed for the hot job tip, the last podcast, which was about soft skills and the importance of them. And so there were 9 that were mentioned that were relevant to the workplace. And I don't know if you can remember those or not, but we'll have those come up here on the screen so that you can review them rather quickly. But one of the things that we wanted to touch on today was how to further develop them. And one of the things that I've noticed, coming into the profession and then also in literature, is that having a coach is someone that's a very valuable tool. So if you're able to work with someone who can mentor you and who can provide you feedback and then also give you some examples of how you can improve in certain areas, take that criticism, which would be constructive, to your advantage, because the only thing that you can do is improve. I mean, you're not going to go backwards, right? So one of the things that I was able to identify through a partner of ours, which is Owens Community College, there is a very nice reference guide to soft skills. And I wanted to highlight that we have several different content areas. And I mean, there are dozens of them on this example that we're going to show you where you can locate them on the website. But they're highlighted under communication, critical thinking, leadership, positive attitude, teamwork, work ethic, and others. Now, the value of this is for you to do a little bit of an inventory and maybe highlight which ones you can resonate with. But also, these are things that you can place on your resume. Now, you may or may not know the definitions of some of these particular terms, so it would benefit you to maybe do a little bit of homework and sit down and Google it and figure out a little bit more about the meaning behind it and see if in fact that it is something that you can identify with. So again, we have programs here where we do have coaching and mentoring that does go on. For example, in our career services department, you're going to be working with a career coach. If in fact you find that this is a one-on-one service you want, there's value in that. Also, if you're involved with the Benefit Bridge, you met Brandy a couple weeks back, who was a part of that program, and she has a coach and a navigator and a financial coach that work with her. So this terminology shouldn't be anything new. It's whether or not you truly embrace the opportunity to work with another professional that can help you through identifying some of these strengths and weaknesses that you have. But just remember, soft skills, they can make or break you. So I want to be sure that we put you in touch with that. And you need to get ready by highlighting some of those in your resume, because we have an event that's going to be happening here this week on Thursday, and we have a few guests with us that are going to talk about the event, which will be here on the shared campus. And it's a job fair that's on Route 19. And you're probably thinking, Route 19, what is that? Well, guess what? It's a bus route. It's a TARTA bus route, and it's to demonstrate that there are a number of businesses on this particular route. It also leads to Ohio Means Jobs. These are employers that may be seeking candidates for employment, and they're going to be having a job fair here. So we're going to learn a little bit more about this event, what started it, why TARTA is a great provider for transportation to our local community, and learn more about the time and day that this is going to take place. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to have a couple interviews today. And the reason for that is because we have some events that are coming up that I think everyone is going to be interested in learning more about. So we have our first interview with Kwinlyn Tyler from TARTA and Chad Olson from the Department of Workforce Development here in Lucas County. And they're going to talk to you about an event that's hosted here on the shared campus, which will be this Thursday. And then our second interview is going to be with Phil Stockwell from Penta Vocational Center. So, Kwinlyn, Tell me a little bit about this event that you are planning with Lucas County Workforce Development.
Yes, we are excited to be planning the first ever job fair for the Route 19. And we are excited to have great partners like the Lucas County Department of Workforce Development. This came about because TARTA has been exploring what we're used for most in the community. About 85% of our ridership self-report that they use us to go back and forth to work. And TARTA is a great resource for our workforce. So we reached out to some of our natural partners like the Lucas County Department of Workforce Development and Toledo Tomorrow. And we picked a route that had a lot of employers on it, but also was kind of centrally located, all the way from downtown, all the way down Monroe Street, and we landed on the Route 19. And from there, we decided that we would partner with some folks who were maybe some workforce experts to recruit some employers and some of our job seekers. And I'll let Chad talk a little bit more about that process.
Yeah, the idea with this job fair is to connect people who live on or near the Route 19, the TARTA 19, with employers that are also on that 19. And then what that will do is minimize transportation as a barrier to acquiring gainful employment. So we have a handful of employers that will be here on Thursday, representing a lot of industries, like, for instance, public service and government, grocery industry, food service, and we're really excited.
So what time does the event take place?
It starts at 10 a.m. Here at the Shared Service Campus and ends at 1.
Okay, and so we do have a flyer for you to look at, job seekers, but this is going to be at the shared campus. If you've never been here for any type of event, it's a lovely venue that we have here. You'll be quite impressed with it, I think. It's in our atrium, and you'll be coming through entrance B. We do have our entrances marked on this building, so if you've never been here before, you'll be coming through entrance B. And this is an opportunity for you to, bring your resumes, also to dress for success, and have an opportunity to perhaps maybe interview one-on-one with folks or even do some job applications while you're here. So I think this is a wonderful opportunity, and I also would like to have Kwinlyn talk a little bit more about some of the benefits of using TARTA services.
Absolutely. I think as Chad mentioned, for a lot of people, reliable transportation can be a barrier to accessing meaningful employment. And TARTA has spent a lot of time improving our routes. And we are always a reliable source of transportation. We've recently increased the frequency on the Route 19, so it actually is running every 30 minutes. So you can always catch a bus. And it is a great way for you to get back and forth to work. We have, like I said, 85% of our riders self-report that they use it every single day to get back and forth to work. So there are already folks in our community who are utilizing it as a reliable source of transportation. And we are moving the workforce. And the great thing about TARTA too is the more you ride with us, the more you save. So if you do use it for your everyday transportation, there's actually a deep discount for our regular riders with fare capping. So every time you ride, you never spend more than $3 a day, $7 a week, or $40 within a month. So it's actually really a cost-effective way to get back and forth to work too. But TARTA is a great choice, not only as a way to get back and forth to work, but we also will be joining the job fair as an employer as well. So if you are seeking employment and you think maybe driving a bus is for you, we are also currently hiring drivers as well.
Well, that's really insightful, because I'll tell you what, I do drive on the 19, and I'm always seeing a bus. It's either in front of me or it's behind me. So I know that they run frequently, and they run a tight ship over at TARTA. There's clean services, friendly staff that operate these public transportation vehicles. And I think that it's true. It's an economic way to travel, but it's also dependable. And I think that's what our job seekers need to understand, is that it's a great service. So again, this event is going to be held on July 31st, right? And
Yes, Thursday.
And the time again is?
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay, and that will be at the shared campus at 3737 West Sylvania Avenue, 43623. If you have any questions regarding the event, you can call us here at the Ohio Means Job Center at 419-213-5627. So we look forward to seeing you on Thursday. No excuses now. Come with those resumes so you can meet those employers and see what kind of employment opportunities exist here in the 419. So you had a chance to learn a little bit more about the Route 19 job fair. But before we get into our next interview, I wanted to share with you, we're not going to be talking about specific jobs today, but Stacy over here at Ohio Means Jobs has put together a wonderful list of jobs. You know, it's the big job list, as Ron used to say, Ron Jones. I don't know if you remember him, but he would always say, it's the big job list. So we have a number of jobs that are posted, and what we'd like for you to do is to go to our website, omjlc.com, where you're able to click on the job seeker and be able to identify jobs for job searching. So you can plug in the job ID number. It will tell you what the job title is, when the job ends, and where the location is for this particular employer in our Lucas County area. And that way, you know, we can share more information about some of these other events that we've got going on. But for today, we're kind of breaking the rules, and we're not going to be doing what we normally do. So our next interview that we have is going to be with Phil Stockwell, who's with Penta Vocational Center. And I think you're going to be excited to learn about some of the new developments that they have going on their campus, and how you too may be thinking about some of these in-demand careers that you might want to sign up for. Well, good morning, Phil. Thanks for joining us today on Ohio Means Jobs, Lucas County Jobs in the 419.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a new academic year about ready to start.
Yeah, we're gearing up for our fall semester. It starts mid-August, August 18th, the week of August 18th. So yeah, we're trying to get rosters and the last registrations in. So yeah, it's exciting.
So tell us about some of the new additions to the adult education programs that are going to be available. And I know that we've had a few people come in. We've had the flyer displayed here at the resource room at Ohio Means Jobs. So if you wouldn't mind going over a few of those classes that you traditionally offer, and then maybe some new ones that you're looking to implement.
Sure. Most people know us for our high school side of the house. We have great programs on the high school side. Over the last few years, we've been trying to expand our adult offerings and adult training. So we have some healthcare options. We really have a really nice phlebotomy program that we've started a few years back, and students are very successful coming out of there, as well as dental assisting. That's been a program we've offered for several years and been very successful. A new program this year is massage therapy.
Wow.
That's a full-time program. And that's 4 nights per week. So Monday through Thursday, no Fridays. And it will be for the entire school year. So it's 600 hours of training, and that will go from August through May. And within there, students will learn how to manage their own massage therapy business, if you will. And then they'll also learn, they'll do some clinical time where they're interacting with clients. They'll bring in clients and they'll do massage and body work. And so we're excited to get that up and going. So we have spots available. We have spots available in all those programs right now. We also have some construction related programs. So we have HVAC, and that's an intro class. That's designed for students to come in, learn about the HVAC field, get some credentials and certifications. And we have a group of employers that students can apply to. And they've been great about bringing students on board. And a lot of times those students will come back for our advanced courses, and the employer will pay for those, and training will be paid for. So that's a great option. We also have construction technologies. So students learn the basics of framing, roofing, doors and windows, siding installation, those types of things. And that's designed to get students out on a job site, swinging a hammer and continuing to learn. That's obviously a skill that takes a lot of time to learn. So that's designed to get them going and on a job site. We have a lot of manufacturing options this year, a lot of new programs. We've had welding for some time. We have the best welding training around. So if anybody's interested in welding, they should be coming our way. But we have basic industrial electricity. We have some quality assurance. We have some PLC options. And so yeah, those courses are designed for somebody who may be in the manufacturing field, wants to move up to more of a maintenance position, or somebody, we also have an intro to manufacturing where somebody knows that the job they currently have might be part-time, maybe not a lot of room to advance. There are a lot of jobs in the area in manufacturing, and any credentials and certifications students can get in that area that will help them move up and get some good positions in the manufacturing realm.
Wow.
We also have, I think one more is we have a firefighter program here. We started that last year and it's been off to a successful start. So students interested in getting into to becoming a firefighter, there are multiple levels, but you can start out as a volunteer in one of our volunteer classes and work with a local volunteer department, or you can jump right in and get your firefighter one. And then there are options for you to get further skills and training and become your firefighter too, which is kind of the top level. So firefighter is a great program too.
Oh, I noticed on the flyer that there was a mention of ADP. Would that be the Adult Diploma Program?
It is. Adult diploma is a great option for students who maybe left high school without their diploma. And if they're contemplating coming back to get a GED, the ADP program basically says if you come in and get a certificate or a credential in a certain career field, the state will award you your high school diploma as well. So a GED is awesome. Most people should want their high school diploma and a GED, but what gets you on a job site, what gets you a paycheck is all the skills that you're going to bring with you to an employer. And so that's a great way to show that you have skills, that you have a certificate, that you can do certain job related skills. And yeah, so that's kind of the ADP program. It's free of charge. There's an intake process where we'll give you some tests. We'll figure out your grade levels and we'll see if you meet the criteria. And then if so, we'll go ahead and get you enrolled. Like I said, classes kick off at the end of August. So we have a few weeks here to get some students in, get them tested and see if we can get them enrolled.
Will that work with anybody that takes the work keys for ACT?
Yes, work keys is a part of that. You have to take the work keys test and you have to have certain scores in certain areas. If you're low in one area or another, there's options for you to do some training and remediation to get your skills better. If you haven't done math in a while, maybe just using those formulas and all the things we learned in school will get you back ready to go. And then, yes, there's also a TABE test that we can do for grade levels and things like that. So it's a little bit of a process, not a lot of hoops, maybe a few hours of getting ready to see where you're at. And then, like I said, for those that qualify, we'll get you registered and into a class.
So those individuals that come here and don't have their high school diploma or GED and take the ACT and score at an acceptable level, usually it's like all three of the domains need to be fours, and
Yes,
they're interested in a program, we could send them your way.
absolutely. Yeah. We would love to meet with them and talk about what their interests are, and then look at like I said, most of our programs still have room available. So we would just be plugging them into some things that they're interested in. And if they're not quite sure, we could explain how the program goes and the types of things they focus on. And maybe that will help them make a good decision.
Yeah, I like that part too, because not always does everyone know exactly what they want or they think they do, and they're actually tailored for other types of vocational opportunities. So that coaching
Right.
does help. One of the things too that, many of our viewers may not know this, but I do hear a lot of positive feedback from the business community on graduates from Penta Career Center. Where did your employee go to school? Oh, they went to Penta Career Center. So I think most people, when they sign up for training programs, they want to know a little bit more about opportunities for placement.
Sure.
And if you can speak to what that's like when somebody completes a program in your organization, do people assist those completing credentials with trying to identify specific placement opportunities for employment?
We do. Last year, we piloted a program to help students get ready to spruce up their resume, to prepare for interviews and interview questions. Many of our students will be transitioning from kind of a lower level or a part-time job into that first kind of career job is what a lot of people are looking to do. So we try to get them ready for that. And then once they're completing, the instructors and our staff will help them figure out where are the best places to apply. We get a lot of employers and contractors who are coming to us looking for students. So we obviously pass those resumes on and can link students up that way. And then what we see is a lot of students take our training and they get their entry level job and they continue on. So some of our students might be in phlebotomy and they'll be working within a hospital setting, and some of them might be attending nursing school. So their bigger goal is to be a registered nurse or an LPN, but they know that part-time job that's going to pay the bills and get them in the healthcare world is like a phlebotomy type scenario. So we see a lot of students doing that. We help students. A lot of the industry partners that we're working with now are all voicing a need for people. So there are a lot of positions out there, and these introductory skills will help them kind of make that first step.
So for the sake of our viewers out there, if you are interested and you are looking at that ADP opportunity and you do not have that diploma, over here at Ohio Means Jobs, you can sign up to take the ACT work keys at no charge, and you can walk away with a credential. Actually, there's a bronze, silver, gold, or platinum credential. But just remember, to be a part of the ADP program, you can use this as an option to engage in those services, or you can go the route that Phil is talking about here, that there's other opportunities for engagement as well. But if you feel you're one of these folks that maybe have gone through several years of high school and you think you might be able to accomplish that, well, come on over here, call us up at the 419-213-5627, and we can sign you up to take the work keys. It's 55 minutes long for each test. They're proctored, and again, totally free of charge. So I'm really looking forward to this academic year and having some people come your way, and we will be happy to promote the ADP program on your behalf and let people know that this is an option for them. And if they want to take the other traditional route, they can certainly do that by talking to your team and getting more information.
Absolutely. They can go to our website, pentacareercenter.org. There's adult education there, and all of our classes that we're offering are there, our class calendars, all the tuition and all the different things that we would need to get you enrolled and started can be found at our website. And I believe
the other thing too is people might not even know about WIOA funding. So there's the possibility for WIOA funding for training too, but that would come through Ohio Means Jobs. And again, you just call us at the 419-213-562 number to learn more about those opportunities as well. The way I look at it, Phil, there are no excuses.
I agree. Let's get here, get trained, and get to work.
Yes. Well, thank you for your time today. I really appreciate the opportunity about learning for the new fiscal year what opportunities exist as far as training goes, because this is exciting and there's so many options for everyone to get involved.
I agree. Thanks for having me, and we look forward to seeing some new students.
All righty, great. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thanks.
So today you had gotten quite a bit of information regarding an event we have that's going to start at 10 o'clock. On July 31st here at the shared campus. Remember, come in entrance B, and you will be able to participate in this job fair on Route 19 of the TARTA Transportation Network. And then we wanted you to also be able to go to the website for Penta to look and see when classes start, because it's like just around the corner. So if you've been thinking about it, you may want to dig a little deeper and determine whether or not this is a good fit for you. I'm sure the Penta County folks will be glad to hear from you, to meet with you, and perhaps give you a little bit more information about the programs and services. And then please check the calendar of events, because we're going to be going into August here. So we will be returning back to the public library system. We have a new outreach specialist by the name of Tankia, and she will be available to meet with you at the Kent Mott Branch Library, the Sanger, and the Reynolds Branch Library to assist you with some of your job help search needs. And this way you can check the calendar to see which day she'll be at which branch. So we're very excited to have her join us, and we're happy to get back onto the library circuit so that we're able to assist you folks out there in the community. So again, I hope you walk away today with some great information and start thinking about the future. And we hope that you'll be able to find and identify a career path that works for you, and also be able to make some application for jobs if you're looking to go to work soon. So thank you for joining us today. Happy job hunting, and make it a great week.